Hi, my name is Anand. Here in this module, I am going to explain about the attacks, especially the password attacks. So, according to the access management providers, about 74% of the enterprises has this type of attack. I mean, they gain once the passwords have been compromised. So, the credentials, if it goes to the wrong hands, this is a devastating weapon. So, hackers can disrupt the business. So, to take care of this vital information, we should understand about the various type of password attacks now in which are very much in common. Like the first one, which I have given as part of his self-explanatory notes, like is the first is the brute force attack. This is one of the most common forms of password attack methods, and the easiest for hackers to perform. In fact, inexperienced hackers favor this method. Okay, precisely because of this. In a brute force attack, a hacker uses a computer program to log into a user's account with all possible password combinations. Okay, moreover, brute force accounts don't start at random. Instead, they start with password combinations. Okay, so don't forget, if the hacker ever gains access to the employee list, guessing your username tends to present no challenge. So the next attack which I'm going to speak about is the dictionary attack. So anyway, we'll be performing about this dictionary attack also along with this rainbow attack. So also like dictionaries here, what they do is like the common words which are used, short passwords, etc. They use etc. So that it uses the words and variations, adding numbers. It tries to replace each and every word in the dictionary and tries to log in. So one of the word, if it is successful, it enters and shows, etc. And there are other type of attacks like you see phishing, the rainbow table attack. Of course, we are going to do this one. So in rainbow table attack, yeah, hashing. So I'll just brief out about what is hashing. So the passwords normally, if it is not encrypted, it is called as plain text. When we have, especially from Windows 7 or Windows 8 or Windows 10 or Windows XP or any, including Linux, we have this hashing function. It's a part of cryptography. So what it does is for every word there is a one way. It's encrypted using an algorithm. So it can be MD5 or it can be NTLM or many other hashing algorithms which are there commonly. So anyway, we are going to discuss about this cryptography in a different module. So once this is done, so this hashing code replaces the passcode. So know where the passcode is stored inside the system. Only the hash code is stored. Attack the system or try to get the hash codes, and then we will try to even use this hash code and attack the system. So we will be doing this rainbow attack, table attack, and there are many other attacks which are also available. Like you can see, especially for gaining the passports, credential stuffing, and most commonly, some people also do this keylogger attack. Okay, keylogger is the memory residential tools where whatever the password keystrokes come across, it stores and it sends it to the hacker in the form of plain text. So these are some of the kind of attacks which are there. So what we need to do basically increase the strength of the password, increase the strength. We also call this the password policy. So if the password, like if I tell you it is more than 7 characters strong, and don't use simple guessing kind of passcodes to prevent these password attacks. Like we should use a high complex passwords which contains, minimum of 7 or above, with one as small, one as upper, one as basically from numericals, and one from special characters. So total of 26 plus 26 plus 10 plus 18, which comes to 80. So the combinations of 80 characters is much stronger than using a plain text 26 characters. So this is how, and also we need to change passwords once in a periodical time. Maybe if the organization says that 30 days, it's 30 days or 60 days or 15 days, whatever is the policy says. So in this way you can, secure your accounts by password attacks. Okay, so this is, and also the second most important thing currently the organizations use is multi-factor authentication. So if multi-factor authentication is one, can be from the memory, and the second one can be from an electronic device, which can be like an OTP, or it can be a randomly generated passcode using a multi-factor authentication devices, hardware devices. So these are safe basically. It cannot be hacked easily like from the passcodes which are there in the system. This is one of the way where we can secure our passcodes. Now let us move ahead to the lab. Here I am going to use a Windows platform. I have already pre-created users, user 1, user 2, user 3 with different passcodes. I don't know what passcodes I have given. One can be simple passcode, the other can be say a little bit complex or a medium kind of passcode. So what we are going to learn is that we are going to attack and gain the passcodes, gain the passwords. Like in an organization, like I can tell you, best examples are there are many Windows servers which contain users, Active Directory users, or maybe local users, where there is a tendency that if you take a password dump, like a PW dump, here we are using, let me tell you, strictly PW dump in any organization, this should be banned. Otherwise, there is a tendency that the admins can make use this PW dump and gain the hash codes. Okay, so and then next I'll be describing about the second experiment in that is rainbow table generation, how these passcodes are transferred in the form of rainbow tables. Okay, it is like what we call as a ready-made, there is a plain text and also the corresponding hash. For each and everything there is a plain text and the corresponding hash. So in the third one I'll be giving the hash, so it searches from the dictionary and brings out the plain text for you. This is called a dictionary attack. Okay, so let us quickly move ahead with the experiment on Windows. Okay, the essential tools which are required for this particular lab we have to show you is PWDump, and then we'll also use this WinArtisan rainbow table generation, and then we will crack the passwords. So here I have already created some users, but still I'll be creating one more user for your demonstration, and I'll also show how the passwords can be revealed. So here I'm going to create a user. I have already created 3 users, maybe a new user, user 4, and then I'll say sorry, user 4, and then the password I'm not revealing now. Okay, say create, say close. Similarly I have created for all the users. Okay, so now the first tool which I'm going to demonstrate is PWDump. So here what I'm going to do, I'm just running as CMD as administrator. Okay, run as administrator, and go to this particular directory, go to this directory, cd users, cd star, cd desktop, and cd tools, cd dump, and in password cracking, cd dump. It can be run only in administrator mode. Okay, so now I'll just say pwdump. This pwdump will extract all the hash codes of the passwords. You see this? It is displayed on the screen. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just redirecting this output to any one of the text file. I mean star.txt. Okay, so the file is now extracted. So go to this directory, this file is there. You see this is a 7-field file which is there. The first field is your username, the second field is your user ID, the third field is not left blank, and the fourth field, which is very important, this is the hash code, this is the hash value. Okay, in Windows 7 onwards we use this NTLM as the hashing function, okay, which is one of the one-way hash function. Okay, and if you have any policies, 5, 6, 7 field will be there, the password policy, aging policy, something like that. So here I didn't do any aging policy, so now our intention is to crack the passcode. Okay, the first step is done. So now I'll be using the second step, which is how to create a rainbow table generation. So the very idea of having this rainbow table generation is like we are creating a dictionary. We are creating a kind of dictionary, like the words will be there, and along with that the hash functions will be there. So now we have the hash function. From the hash function, we'll try to get the passcode. So that is the idea. So just run this particular one with rainbow table generator. This is a small program basically to create this rainbow table. I'm going to show you how you can create a hash dumper. So here in this Windows 7, we are using NTLM, whereas Windows XP will use this hash function LM. So I can say minimum length of the password will be 4, maximum length is 7, and I can create whatever is the requirement of my chain count. I'm reducing, so otherwise the size will be much higher. So here I'm choosing the lower alphabet. Whatever is the specifications, what you need to create a dump, you can create. Remember, it will take a little bit more time to do, so that I'm just showing the procedure of how the dictionary tables are created. Now you say okay, so here 4 to 7 characters, and now if you say okay, the creation of rainbow tables will be generated. You see this, and you can see this 4 to 7 characters will be generated. It will take good amount of time. But already I have created that 4 to 6, I mean characters dump which is there. This is how, I mean, I can do password crack for say less than 6 characters for lower alphabets. The dictionary is available here. So I'm going to stop this. This is how the rainbow table generation can be done. Now our final step is basically how to crack the password. So here I'm just launching this particular one, rainbow crack GUI. See here, finally this is the file. Our crack file is, I'll show you the crack file which is already there with us. This is our crack file. I think I can close this one. Just select this hash dumps. Just select this. So first one is user one. I can select this user one hash value. I'm doing everything manually because there are number of tools today available, but the logic is how these passwords are being cracked. So that particular thing we are showing this add hash. So I can say this hash value of this particular one and say user one, because for that I'm doing. So now maybe for the second one is add hash. So I will do this user 2 and user 3, user 4 also I'm going to do. So let me see that how the passwords can be revealed. User 2, okay, so user 3, use add hash, user 3, and say okay. Same thing for the user 4. So now the hash values are dumped or added into this rainbow crack. Now I'm going to show the dictionary file. I'm going to show the dictionary file to this particular rainbow crack. So here password cracking, I have kept this one artisan. So I'm choosing this 4 to 6. For 4 to 7 I have not yet completed. So yeah, it's trying to search now the cracks, the passwords. So if it is a lower alphabets, it should demonstrate. Yeah, it has revealed one that the stars has come. You can see that. So it is having 5 characters. Yeah, the other things which I have given, the fourth one is user 4 is 7 characters, so that's why it could not. Whereas the others less than 6. The second one is stars, which has been revealed. In this way, the password sensitivity, if it is lower, the dictionaries are very small, and if the complexity is high, I mean, if you are using small and big and numerical special characters, the dictionary becomes very big to crack. So the complexity is well maintained, and more the characters, more the size. Okay, this concludes our password cracking experiment. Thank you. Bye.